It is the unofficial end of summer, and you know what that means. It means football is back. Welcome in, everybody, to Carson Park. My name is Evan Hong alongside Colin McLowry, and we got a good one tonight. It is a non-conference matchup between the Eau Claire North Huskies and the Menomonie Mustangs. Now, I mentioned that this is a non-conference matchup now because Eau Claire North, a new member of the Wisconsin Valley Conference this year, them alongside Eau Claire Memorial, both jumping over to that conference, but this is a rivalry that's been happening for many, many years, and of course these non-conference games, we're going to see some of those old-fashioned Big Rivers Conference rivalries to start off the season here. Great crowd on hand here tonight. Colin, how excited are you to be back here at Carson Park and watch some football?
Evan, I am so excited. I woke up this morning in a better mood just knowing that I got football to look forward to today. I'm
Absolutely.
very happy to be here.
Football is the best, and it's going to be a great night. And now let's take a listen to our national anthem. To get you caught up on both of these programs, Eau Claire North, the home team tonight, they're coming off a 3-6 season. Last year they were 6th in the Big Rivers Conference, now their former conference, 2-5 in the conference. A little bit about this rivalry. Last year, North lost 14-40 versus Menomonie in Week 6, but the year prior was a huge upset win for the Huskies. It was their first win against Menomonie since 1991, so the Mustangs able to get their revenge last year. But reminder, that only win for North against Menomonie since 1991 was back in 2022, so history has not been kind to the Huskies in this matchup. Huskies coached by Matt McGinnis in his 3rd season. Every year they've progressively gotten just a bit better. Menomonie coached by Mike Sins in his 4th season. Mike Sins used to call this football field his home turf when he coached Eau Claire Memorial, so he has a lot of familiarity with what happens on this football field. Menomonie coming off an 8-3 season last year. They made the playoffs. That long streak continues. They continue to be one of their premier programs in the state. Menomonie's made the playoffs every season since 1990. Menomonie finished 5-2, 3rd in the Big Rivers Conference, but they fell in level 2 to New Richmond 15-50, so an early playoff exit for them. They fell short of their goal, but Mike Sins, he's got his guys poised, ready to make another run to the playoffs and hopefully go deeper this year. Some keys to the game that I have tonight. This game is going to be won in the trenches. North has size this year. They didn't bring back a lot of skill players due to graduation, but what their big strength is their size and their camaraderie. But Menomonie, their primary focus was to beef up that O-line. That was their primary position that they put all of their focus in, number 1 position group. So who is going to prevail in the trenches? This game is going to be won on the line of scrimmage for sure. North, they're going to need to establish an offensive rhythm very quickly in this game. I mentioned that they graduated a lot of skill players, but that's what it's going to take to win this game tonight. It's going to be who is going to make an impact catching the ball, running with the ball, whoever it is right away. North cannot get behind while they're trying to figure that out, because when you get behind this Menomonie team against this Menomonie team, it can be very, very tough, as we've seen in the past. Menomonie, they got to try to get third down stops. North was actually a very, very good team on third down last year. North will likely be on third down a lot as they try to figure out who those skill players are and starting to get into that offensive rhythm. So Menomonie can just get their defense off the field, get some rest, and not allow those long 10, 12-play drives. The Menomonie should be in good shape. It's going to be a very, very fun game tonight. Can't believe that football's already back, and we got a great crowd for a Thursday night. You know, a lot of times you see these big crowds coming out on the Fridays, but of course it's Eau Claire football. What a rich history we have here in Eau Claire for football. It is going to be an absolute blast. We are so glad that football is back here. Quick message from Play It Again Sports. Buy, trade in, or trade up. Get ready for your season at Play It Again Sports on Hamilton Avenue in Eau Claire. Eau Claire North won the coin toss. They elected to receive. Ty Schaff is back there, the senior captain, and Aaron Solberg, a junior who has made an impact as a skill player in the past. Crowd's getting ready to go. Menomonie ready to launch this ball into the Carson Park night sky. There's the boot. And Rough here at Carson Park. Schaff going to cut up the middle, tries to find some space. This is a good return, but he's taken down about the 38-yard line. So a good start for Schaff there. Now let's see what North comes out with here. Last year they were able to throw the ball a little bit more than normal. Peyton McCracken is the returning quarterback for the Huskies. The senior, he had a lot of experience last year. It's going to be really beneficial for the Huskies to have a quarterback coming back who has varsity experience and getting reps in. McCracken had some flashes of greatness last year, but it's going to be up to see if he can keep up that consistency in this game. First snap, McCracken hands it off up the middle. That's number 22, Levante Bean, tackled down about the 41. Tackles made by Hayden Weir for the Mustangs, a returning player. It'll be 2nd and 6, ball's on the 41, so North already establishing that run game. That was a good start. Bean's going to take it up the left side, cut up the middle, hit hard. Able to make some gains, though. He's down at about the 45, so it is going to be third down. Here we go already. Third down, we already mentioned that third downs are going to be crucial for Menomonie to make these stops. North was a really good team on third down last year. It'll be third down and 2. Bean lines up right side next to McCracken in the backfield. They hand it off again. Bean getting a lot of work early. Ooh, that's going to be close. Looks like he got there from our angle, but we're going to see where the refs spot this ball. They're going to say just short, inches short. So this is already interesting territory for the Huskies here. We'll see if Matt McGinnis gets aggressive early on or if they pass the ball off. We'll say punt it and move on, but it's looking like they're going to keep the offense on the field here. See if the Huskies take something out of the Philadelphia Eagles playbook, try to push across the line. No, it looks like they're going to snap it to McCracken about 4 yards back from the ball here. Design run, and he's going to get the first down. Still going, and he's taken down about the 49-yard line. So an early first down and a failure on that third down stop for Menomonie. So North starting to get into that rhythm, but we haven't seen them throw the ball yet. North likes to play this slow, methodical offense. They don't get in the no-huddle too much, taking their time early on. Got to imagine there's going to be some first-game jitters here for everybody. 5 wide receivers set, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Slot receivers in motion. It's going to be a sweep, but snuffed by Menomonie. That's number 11, Brody Thornton, excuse me. Zach Shipman was the ball carrier there, so that's going to be a big, big loss. 2nd and 17 is what they're spotting it at now. So North, behind the sticks, they got some work to do here. It's really going to be interesting to see how teams operate in these types of situations in this first game, because they had scrimmages last week, but that doesn't always equate to this real-life game style of play. So we're going to see what happens here. Looks like there's going to be a timeout called by the Mustangs. So we are going to go to a quick break. You're watching high school football on Zaleski Sports.
Be ready for your season with Play It Again Sports of Eau Claire. Play It Again Sports is just down the road, south of the 5393 intersection in Eau Claire. Just tell them you saw this commercial on Zaleski Sports and get $5 off any $50 order and $10 when you spend $100. Play It Again Sports, buy, sell, trade, and be ready for your season.
Welcome back to Carson Park. Eau Claire North marching down the field early on, but just got stopped there. So they're behind the sticks, 2nd and 17. McCracken takes the snap, rolls out to his right. Looks like he has some space, looking for a man downfield, airs it out. Underthrown, but a great catch. That's Aaron Solberg. Comes back over the top of the defender. And that is a big, big pickup for the Huskies, who were way behind the sticks. We talked about North trying to establish this rhythm early, trying to find out who the top skill player would be, who they want to get the ball to. It looks like Solberg is going to be that guy. He is the one that has experience in this offense. Get it to the guy you trust the most. That's all it takes. McCracken, Solberg, they have that chemistry already. 1st and 10, ball's on the 30 now. Huskies into plus territory. Solberg in motion. Handoff goes to Bean. Cuts through the gap. A nice gain there. That'll be about a 5-yard pickup for Levante Bean. Second and 5 now to the 25. The Huskies without Cam Olson this year, their workhorse running back from last year, so it was to be determined who the starting running back would be, and it looks like it's going to be Levante Bean, who has played enough in this offense. He's only a junior, but has experience. Fake the handoff to him. McCracken throws it in the flat. Nobody over there to guard Solberg. He's going to get a first down. He's whipped out of bounds. Solberg getting a lot of early work here. And that's a first down for the Huskies. Aaron Solberg making a lot of big plays in this game already. Pleasant sight for Husky fans that have struggled to see their offense really get to work in the past. This would be huge if the Huskies can come down here and score on this first drive. They're in the red zone now. 1st and 10. Ball on the 13. 5 wide receivers out again. McCracken. Quick throw up the middle. Caught. Fighting. Not quite in. And that is number 11, Zach Shipman. And that ball is going to be on the 1-yard line. So 1 yard to go, and that is another first down. So this is 1st and goal. Clock's going to run here. We'll see if the Huskies are going to try to punch it in. Really, other than that jet sweep that got snuffed, this was a pretty flawless drive, I would say, for Eau Claire North. We'll see if they can capitalize here and put their first points on the board of the season, but it looks like McGinnis, head coach of North, is going to take a timeout here. So with that, we're going to go to another quick break. You're watching high school football on Zaleski Sports.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
You're tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
Hey, Mike, I'm Sheila from Security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare plan that treats you like you.
Did it just get better in here?
Welcome back to Carson Park. Huskies have a shot to put their first points of the year on the board right here. Ball's on the 1 yard line. This is still the first drive of the game. Movement by Menomonie. But nobody home, and Levante Bean bursts into the end zone for a Husky touchdown. But some yellow laundry on the field. See what that call is. It's going to be on the offense. Looks like a holding call. So we're going to wave that one off. We're going to do it again. Except just a few yards further back. So that's a holding on the Huskies. That'll back them up 10 yards. So 1st and 11 now. Not quite 1st and goal, but Huskies, they're going to be a little upset about that one, but they got to be happy that they're even down here at this point in the game to start things off. They're really getting in a great rhythm here. Comes McCracken, hands it off to Bean. Bean getting a lot of work early on in this game. Tries to break through. Needs 3 guys to take him down. Levante Bean already taken on that workhorse role that Cameron Olsen had last season for the Huskies. We know that in the past, North has been very much a running team. We know McCracken can throw it a little bit, but, you know, it's just the nature of high school football. They love to run the ball more than anything, ground and pound. So Huskies sticking to that game plan here early on. Kraken gets the snap. Play action. Passes it to Shipman. It looks like he may have gotten across, and he did. That is a Husky touchdown. Huskies get on the board first. That's a statement drive from the Huskies to come out at the beginning of this game on their home turf against a team that they have really historically struggled against and put points on the board. So that's McCracken to Shipman on the touchdown. 6-0 Huskies. And we're going for 2 here. Unless they shift into, we'll see what they shift into. They're going to shift into a kick. That's what I was figuring there. Kick is up from Solberg, right down Broadway. So that's going to be a 7-0 lead for the Huskies. Huskies on the board early on in this one. Great start for North. We'll take it to a quick break after this. You're watching high school sports on Zaleski Sports.
You're tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
Hey, Mike, I'm Sheila from Security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare plan that treats you like you.
Did it just get better in here?
Bauer & Feind has been based in Marshfield since 1955. And if you're in business that long, you're obviously doing many things right. We always focus on selling world-class products, backing it up with world-class customer support.
Working with Bauer & Feind Business Technologies has been a pleasure. We have staff on call that we can call if we ever have issues, and the printer usability has been really easy, user-friendly.
Give us a call, visit our website. We'd be happy to come in, talk to you. Maybe there's a way we can help you save some money and work more efficiently.
Welcome back to Carson Park. Huskies coming out hot out of the gate here at Carson Park, a 7-0 lead. After the first drive of the game that took about half of the first quarter, it was an 11-yard touchdown from Peyton McCracken to Zach Shipman. But here we go. We're going to get our first look at the Mustangs with the ball here. That's going to be a touchback. Renner Stoll lets it go. So the Mustangs on offense. Brady Johnson is the quarterback, 6'1" senior. He's the captain. He's kind of bounced around schools a little bit, but he's making a name for himself in Menomonie. And he's got an arm. We were watching him in warm-ups a little bit, Colin, and he was able to throw that ball around pretty well.
Oh, yeah, he was slinging it. Look out for those deep balls.
Absolutely. So this is our first glimpse of Menomonie on offense. Tight formation here. They're going to hand it off right away. Huskies. Big early stop there. And that was number 23, DJ Butler, the running back, the sophomore. Sophomore getting a lot of run here early. It's the first play, but expect him to get a lot of run early on in the season and in this game. I formation, Johnson under center here. Fakes the handoff, rolls out to his left. Great throw and catch. That is number 11, Brody Thornton, on the catch. And that'll move the chains. That's a first down for Menomonie. So this is where we're going to see how this offensive line holds up for the Mustangs, a group that they really focused on beefing up in the offseason. It was their number one priority. 4 of the 5 starters coming into this game were up for grabs. They got some reps last week in the scrimmage, and that was really the deciding factor for Coach Mike Sins to determine who was going to be starting on that offensive line. Johnson throws over to his left side. That is number 13, Isaac Ellison, on the catch.
Johnson's pass to number 13, Isaac Ellison. Tackle by number 23, Elijah Edwards.
Tackle there by Elijah Edwards. That'll be another first down for Menomonie. So Menomonie already marching downfield here, and this is what we're going to see out of the Mustangs. They have the ability to throw the ball a little bit more than you would expect from North. They're a well-balanced machine, well-oiled machine, but not a very strong run there by number 24 for Menomonie. That is John Higbee, the captain. 2nd and 7 now. Coach Sins, he likes to get creative. That's one of his staples. He can really get his offense to do whatever he wants to do, and he's a very, very good mastermind. Three wide receivers line up to the right. Pressure on Johnson. Rolls out, escapes the tackle. Going to throw it downfield. That pass was caught, but I know it actually was not caught. It looked like it was from our vantage point, but nonetheless, incomplete. So now we're starting to see a little bit of that O-line breakdown there as you see the Huskies apply pressure to Brady Johnson, especially on that right side of the O-line. If you look at the starting O-line, Parker Jacobs, 185 pounds, Max Branch, 195 pounds. Compared to the other side, they have a 250-pounder at left tackle, Bryce Shepard. Max Erickson, 230 pounds. So that is a big, big discrepancy on the O-line. So we're going to expect the defensive ends on the left side of the Husky defense to really try and exploit that position. Johnson, quick throw. Caught up the middle, finds space. That's going to be another first down. That's number 1, Charlie Mikesell, the slot receiver for Menomonie, picking up a first down.
You know, if pass pro is going to be an issue for them, getting the ball out quick like that might be a good option. So I look for that, especially early in the downs, to get the ball out quick.
Absolutely. Yeah, and it looks like it's working already. Menomonie marching down the field, already a number of first downs. They're making it look easy, if not a little bit easier than the Huskies just did on their last drive. Johnson pitches it out, but that pitch gets away. Ball's still loose. Huskies look like they are on it. And that is going to be a fumble recovery for the Huskies. That is number 99, Noah Penegar, on the recovery. And look at that, Huskies. Penegar on the recovery there. Look at that. The Huskies already back in control. An early mistake from Menomonie. We were just saying they were starting to make it look easy on offense, and that's all it takes is one mistake, right? Quick message from Visit Marshfield. Be a part of a Marshfield tradition at Maple Fall Fest. Don't miss the 32nd annual Maple Fall Fest. Saturday and Sunday, September 14th and 15th at Wildwood Park and Zoo in Marshfield. Learn more at visitmarshfield.com. Follow them on Facebook. McCracken hands it off on first down to Bean. That's going to be a gain of maybe 1 or 2 yards there for Bean. So North going right back to that run game. A little bit about North. Program numbers up slightly from 2023, and I think that might be a product of the success from the last couple of years for the Huskies and start to, I guess you can call it the rebirth of this program after a losing streak that went from 2015 to 2021 or so, 5-6 year losing streak. Pass to the flat over to Solberg. That'll be about a 5-6 yard gain for Aaron Solberg. Tackle made by Ray Pember, one of the captains for Menomonie on their defense, the strong safety. This will be 3rd and 4 for Menomonie, for the Huskies. Menomonie going to try to get a big stop here. Pump fake from McCracken, throws it deep, but a little too long for Solberg. Solberg didn't really get a good eye on the ball there. Looked like he got stopped by the defender. Looked up a little bit too late, and that ball was already ahead of him. So the Huskies kind of in no man's land here, right as you get across midfield until you get to about the 40, that 35-yard line. It's tough to decide whether you want to punt or go for it. 4th and 4. Looks like they're keeping the offense on the field, so McGinnis already aggressive. This is already their second 4th down conversion try here of the game. They were successful on the last one.
I like that decision. Early in the game, you're already up a touchdown. Why not see if you can put the pressure on?
McCracken going to throw deep, and he's wide open. That's Shipman in for another Husky touchdown. One-on-one, he beats his man on the go route, and the Huskies are hot, red hot here at Carson Park. 13-0. Very, very aggressive play call there from Matt McGinnis. And you just said it, Colin. Why not, right? I didn't expect him to take a shot like that down the sideline, but I guess what do you have to lose at that point? So that's Shipman's second touchdown of the game already. Solberg out for the extra point. Bobbled snap, and that one is no good. So that snap, weren't able to get a hold of it, and that kick goes wide left, so the score will stay at 13-0. Huskies coming out hot here at Carson Park. We're going to a quick break. You're watching high school football on Zaleski Sports.
Yeah, and you think about all the different techniques he's got to have in his repertoire, right? All the arrows in his quiver, and he's got all of them here today.
I mean, medium well. Do you want it rare? Special orders, pickles, no pickles, ketchup, no ketchup.
What we're seeing here, Paul, the spatula control is unreal.
Yeah, it's one of those deals where he's got absolutely no beef. He's just focused on doing his job. Yeah, I mean, without these cooks, everyone would just truly be fried.
Welcome back to Carson Park. Huskies, I think, surprising a lot of people here at Carson Park with how quickly they have surged out to a two-score lead, I should say, in this game. 13-0 here, just under 2 minutes left in the first quarter here at Carson Park. Zach Shipman, 2 touchdowns in this game already, and that was a very, very aggressive play call from Matt McGinnis there. to not just try and get the ball past the sticks. He wanted to go for the home run play, and they hit it out of the park. Solberg kicks it off. Little misdirection. Menomonie, nice return there. He's going to be taken out at about the 47-yard line. That's Renner Stoll, the junior running back, on the big return. So Menomonie, just when you think they're down, they come back with a big return. That's going to help them to start this drive. So when we talked to Coach McGinnis before the season started, he talked about how, you can only hang your hat on a season like last year for so long, a season where they improved by 2 wins but didn't make the playoffs. He expects North to try and make a leap this year as their defense goes on the field. But here's Menomonie's DJ Butler on the carry. That'll be about a 5-yard gain. But we talked about North. They're already making a statement out here with a 13-0 lead early on in this game, but they really think that they can be a contender in the new Wisconsin Valley Conference, where they'll play teams like Wausau West, DC Everest, Spash, a really strong team, Marshfield, Wisconsin Rapids Lincoln this year. They think that they can make that leap, and right now they're looking like they have the potential. That'll be a first down carry for Menomonie. That looks like it's John Higbee, the fullback. So Menomonie already on this drive into plus territory. Cross midfield, ball's on the 46 now as the clock ticks down towards the end of the first quarter. So this is going to be key to see how Menomonie responds here. They've gotten punched in the mouth a couple times early on in this game. The fumble, they got to just shake those jitters off. Obviously, first game of the season, there's got to be some nerves out here. We'll see how they handle it. They hand it off up the middle. James Hoff, the senior running back, with the carry, and not much of a gain there. Tackle was by number 9, Devin Andrew, for the Huskies. See if they get another playoff here. Clock's ticking away towards the end of this first quarter. Looks like they will. Johnson under center. Handoff to Butler. And it's that right side of the O-line. Struggling a little bit to protect the run. And that's going to mark the end of the first quarter. So we're going to take a quick timeout. When we come back, second quarter action. You're watching high school football on Zaleski Sports.
Welcome to Bruce Orthodontics, where we provide comprehensive orthodontic care to patients of all ages. We are now accepting new patients, and we accept most insurances.
Orthodontics is much more than just a job to me. It is my passion and my life. What separates us from other orthodontists is constant continuing education for myself and my staff, compassion, and dedication. Here at Bruce Orthodontics, we change lives one smile at a time. I'd love the opportunity to meet you and transform your smile.
Call us to set up your free consultation today.
Welcome back to Carson Park. Start of the second quarter here. The Huskies have a 13-0 lead. Mustangs have the ball as we flip sides of the field. It'll be 3rd and 5. So we'll see what the Husky defense is made of here, and we'll see if Menomonie can continue to move the chains. Johnson under center. Showing a run play, and it's going to be a pitch back to Butler. That O-line creating some space for him. Is it going to be enough? And it looks like they are going to move the chains. So that is a Mustang first down here as they continue to march down the field. The Mustangs not shying away from those pitch plays into the backfield after the early fumble that we saw on that one.
You know, I like what Menominee's doing here. They're down 2 touchdowns, but they're not getting flustered. They're going back to their run. They're going to say we're going to trust our players. We're not going to try to get too much back too quickly. And they're just, I think, having a smart drive right now.
Those slow, methodical drives will win you games. Play action. Johnson rolls out. Looks for a receiver, but it looked like it was just out of his reach. Intended target was number 11, Brody Thornton. Captain-to-captain play right there, but it was unsuccessful. That'll be second down. Menomonie as a team, they return about a half a dozen starters on each side of the ball and mainly at the skill positions. So when we mentioned some of these skill players, Brody Thornton, John Higbee, DJ Butler, he's only a sophomore, but he's coming back. Johnson, of course. Hayden Weir is a running back that we've seen get some run. A lot of those guys have experience in the offense. It's really the O-line that's the inexperienced part of this offense. So not many issues with chemistry here with this Menomonie offense as we see a run up the middle here, up the right side just a little bit. It's number 3, James Hoff on the run. Zach Shipman, the man with 2 touchdowns already in this game on the tackle for the Huskies. Quick message from Herrick and Hart Law Office. Herrick and Hart Law Office has been on the side of the injured since 1951. Find them at eauclairlaw.com. So 3rd and 5, right on the edge of the red zone here from Menomonie. They're going to hand it off to the fullback, Higbee, and he looks like he's going to stumble across for the first down. Not quite, actually. 1 yard short. So we'll see what Coach Mike Sins wants to do here, 4th and 1. This would be kicking range for some teams, but in high school football, it's, coaches are a little on the fence to do that. So not sure if Menomonie has the kicker that they want. And Mike Sins is going to think about it a little longer. He's going to call a timeout here. And we'll take a timeout as well. You're watching high school football on Zaleski Sports.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now. Be ready for your season with Play It Again Sports of Eau Claire. Play It Again Sports is just down the road, south of the 5393 intersection in Eau Claire. Just tell them you saw this commercial on Zaleski Sports and get $5 off any.
Welcome back to Carson Park. Menomonie rushing up to the line here, 4th and 1. Oh, and there's some movement on the Husky defense. It looks like that was number 9, Devin Andrew, who jumped across the line. So that's a brutal penalty for the Huskies there, as they were showing blitz, looked like they were going to apply that pressure, try to load the box there and stop a potential fullback run like we saw in the last play for Menomonie, but just that's that early season stuff that's going to be cleaned up throughout the season. Some silly penalties early on in the year, they're bound to happen. Huskies get their first one, so that'll be a first down for the Mustangs on the 12. Handoff to Weir. Cuts up the middle. That's a good gain. He's across the 5-yard line. He's down at about the 4. So Menomonie into the red zone here and marching. They look like they're poised to get on the board for the first time this season. Second and 2 now for Menomonie. I formation. Johnson going to hand it off. Fake the handoff. Rolls out to his left. Goes back of the end zone. That is a touchdown for the Mustangs. That's caught by number 13, Isaac Ellison, the tight end. So the Mustangs on the board for the first time this season. That play action roll out to the left. We've seen that a couple times already from Johnson tonight. And they hit pay dirt there. So Mustangs on the board now. They were gifted a first down there by the Huskies, and that proved to be the difference. We could point to that later on in the game and say, what if the Huskies got that stop on 4th and 1? And it contributed to the outcome of this game. Kick is up for the Mustangs, number 8, A.J. Zadowski, and that one's up and through. So the Huskies still have the lead. Mustangs on the board now, 13-7 in the second quarter. And we'll take a quick break. You're watching high school football on Zaleski Sports.
You know, Paul, what we're looking for today first is that basic shopper, the one that's going to go for fruit that's in season right now, because those are the easy picks, the raspberry, the strawberry, the blueberry. But the experts, the one who are going to get the job done today and shine bright on a day like today, those are the ones shopping for the mangoes.
And when you think about vegetables at the grocery store, really there's a lot at stake, because at this point your next stop is the meat market. You don't want to be chicken when you go ahead and pick out your vegetables. You got to make sure you got the right pairing.
You know, when you double clutch on your list, that's when things quickly spiral out of control.
You're tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
Hey, Mike, I'm Sheila from Security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare plan that treats you like you.
Did it just get better in here?
Welcome back to Carson Park. About 2 minutes and 20 seconds ticked off here in the second quarter. Mustangs just came down, scored their first points of the season. Touchdown pass from, Brady Johnson to Isaac Ellison. 13-7 is your score here at Carson Park. So other than the fumble on the first Menomonie drive, both offenses humming down the field early on in this one. It's looking to be a good battle. That's what it's shaping up to be. And both of the returners tried to catch it themselves. Solberg's the one that gets it, and he actually gets a pretty good return out of it. Still trying to be taken down. He's going to be down at about the 43. A little bit of miscommunication there. Schaff and Solberg both going for the same ball on the same team. But Solberg cuts in front of Schaff and grabs that one. So this is the third drive for the Huskies in this game. Both of them, they're 2 for 2 right now on their drives. 2 touchdowns on 2 drives for the Huskies. So see if they can complete the perfect season. They're batting 1,000 if you want to look at it that way. Slot receiver Solberg has a lot of room. Soft coverage up the middle, but it looks like there's some movement on the line of scrimmage. The refs are going to get together. No call yet on the field here. That'll be a false start. Excuse me, that's a legal procedure. So the Huskies are going to back up about 5 yards here. They're backing up to the 38.
After the penalty, it's now 1st and 15 for the Huskies.
Couple penalties on both sides of the ball now for the Huskies. Get them out early, and then you don't hopefully have to deal with them later. Play action, pass over to Shipman. He's going to be out of bounds right at about the 45. Zach Shipman, already the star of this game. The junior had a lot of run last year as a sophomore, but now that he's an upperclassman, he's got a little bit more experience, and he's proven it already. 6'1", 185 pounds. McCracken snaps, hands it off to Bean. Tries to cut up. Doesn't get much there. Stopped right around at the line of scrimmage. Menomonie likes to run that 3-4 defense. It allows them some flexibility to go into a nickel or dime package if they need to. That's 3 men on the offensive line, 4 linebackers typically. A lot of times they'll have some of the linebackers come up and pass rush, and then they have a couple specialists that dip back into coverage. They're showing pressure here. The pressure is put on McCracken. He airs it out, but it's caught by Solberg, threading the needle, dropped it right in the breadbasket. Solberg, brilliant catch, brilliant throw by McCracken under pressure. That's a first down for the Huskies. McCracken staying poised in the pocket there, taking the hit. That's something that we saw a little bit out of him last year. He's looking a lot more poised right now to start this first game of the 2024 season, and that's just that experience showing. Being able to take those hits, sit in the pocket, don't get flustered, stay in there and make the throw. This play is going to be blown dead. See what the call is here.
Dead ball foul. False start on the offense. 5-yard penalty.
That'll be a false start, so that's the second penalty on this drive for the Huskies. Backs them up a little more, but still in great field position here. That'll put them back to the 29-yard line. So far the Huskies, we were wondering who are going to be the skill players to look for, and it looks like it's going to be a couple of those experienced guys, Solberg and Shipman, making the big plays out here so far in this one. And they're showing blitz. That was number 22, Cage Sorensen, trying to show his cards up the middle, but he steps into the neutral zone. So that's a 5-yard penalty, and the Huskies get those 5 yards right back that they just lost.
You know, this is starting to look like it's the first game of the season. It's starting to show. They haven't played football for a few months. Getting those nerves out, getting those bad plays. Hopefully the rest of the game can go a little cleaner, but
we've already seen a fumble. We've already seen that 4th and 1 penalty on the last drive that allowed Menomonie to score, and then a couple penalties from the Huskies on this drive, one there from Menomonie. McCracken going to air it out deep, going for Shipman. Little bit underthrown. Didn't look like the defender got his head back around there. Some of the fans here calling for a pass interference, but refs are going to hold their towels. That is Bailey Casey, number 12, who broke up that pass. The junior, who actually is a very good wrestler. His brother, also a state champion wrestler, Brayton Casey. Bailey Casey is he's known for his wrestling. That's his primary sport. Nice to see him out here on the football field. And McGinnis, for the Huskies, head coach, is going to take a timeout here and overthink things. So we're going to go to a quick break. You're watching high school football on Zaleski Sports.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call to your first sip to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
We are back here at Carson Park. 2nd and 10 for the Huskies as they move down the field. Looking to get into the red zone here on this play. They're about 4 yards outside of it. Coming off of a timeout. Both teams only with one left here already in this first half. Play action. Throw to the right side, caught by Solberg. Just short of the stick, so that'll be a 3rd down for Eau Claire North. Tackle made by Ray Pember there from Menomonie. Menomoni's defense has been a little bit hit or miss so far in this game. We've seen a couple of those big plays. We saw the touchdown to Shipman on that 4th and 4 on the last drive, and then we saw the play to Solberg. That was a big chunk play for the Huskies that Menomonie gave up. It's going to be a design run for McCracken up the middle, and that's going to be a successful run for a first down. Huskies continuing to move. They're really using McCracken in a number of ways here. We've seen him throw it deep, design run, play action, you name it. He's showing off his versatility in this game. So it's 1st and 10, and you can call it 1st and goal because they got 10 yards to go here for Eau Claire North. Levante Bean in the backfield, lines up next to McCracken there. He gets the handoff, able to find a couple of yards, still fighting. And he's a tough kid. He's been hard to take down tonight. It's been taking 3 or 4 guys to take him down on a number of the runs tonight. So Bean able to get some yards there. 2nd and 4 now. As the Huskies inch closer to their 3rd touchdown in 3 drives. Just feels like this is a Husky team that we haven't seen in a really long time that have been able to get in this type of a rhythm and really make plays and move down the field in a way that they haven't in a number of years. Just they're making it look really easy right now as Bean stretches over the goal line, and that is another Eau Claire North Husky touchdown. Levante Bean uses his flexibility, stretches over that plane, and the Huskies are 3 for 3 on the night. 3rd straight drive with a touchdown. Other than the penalties, really 3 successful drives right away for the Huskies in this one. Solberg going to line up for this kick as they shift into it here. He missed the last one, so that's why the score is only at 19 right now. We'll see if he can redeem himself. And that one's blocked. So that is 2 missed extra points for the Huskies. Last one was a bobbled snap, and this one was blocked. So the score remains 19-7. DJ Butler was there for the block for the Mustangs. So with that, we're going to go to a quick commercial break. You're watching high school football on Zaleski Sports.
A nice controlled turn, and here comes the pontoon. What a boat.
I don't know that you can have a better activity today than the pontoon through this event. I said this is a world-class event. That was a world-class trailering of that pontoon right there.
Now we've got the green arrow, so now you got a little bit of a little. Oh! U-turn! U-turn! Oh my goodness!
U-turn? You gotta be kidding me!
It's a broadcaster's dream because we're literally in the middle of a crossing pattern.
Welcome back to Carson Park. Quick word from Bruce Orthodontics. Bruce Orthodontics provides comprehensive orthodontic care for patients of all ages. They are now accepting new patients at their Marshfield office, and accept most insurances. At Bruce Orthodontics, they're changing lives one smile at a time. Call their Marshfield office to set up a free consultation today. Scores 19-7 here at Carson Park. A little more than 5 minutes left in the first half. Coming off of another Husky touchdown, their 3rd of the game, Levante Bean, rushed in for a 4-yard touchdown run. Huskies in control here as Solberg kicks it off deep. Looks like Hoff's going to be the returner. Pitch it over to Stoll. Stoll finds some space. And he's breaking through, not quite loose. Another good return. That is 2 really good returns in a row for Renner Stoll. Last drive was to about the 47. This one, it's about the 38. So if there's anything that's going right for Menomonie right now, it's their kick returns, giving them good field position right off the bat.
Well, Stoll has really got some speed. It looked like North was ready for that reverse, but Stoll just looked at that defense and just ran right past him.
We saw that on the last kickoff, too, that went to the 47-yard line. Renner Stoll, 5'11 junior, listed as a running back, getting primary work as a special teamer on the kick return game. So Mike Sins, he's a hard-nosed coach. He knows how to get his guys fired up. This is all about response here from Menomonie. This is obviously the first time they've been put in this position as we see the ball thrown over to number 1, Charlie Mike Soul, about a 5-yard gain on that throw. But this is really the first time that we've seen, I mean, obviously it's the first time we've seen both these teams this year, but Menomonie, not a team that gets back down to this type of situation very much, especially against this Eau Claire North team. I'm sure Mike Sins expected North to be good, but I don't know if they expected this. Johnson going to air it out deep, and that one is caught, and he's going to be down at about the 3-yard line. That's number 13, Isaac Ellison, on the catch, the 6'5", tight ends, receiver, whatever you want to call him. He's making catches. Beat 2 defenders there. He was thrown into double coverage, but he had a step on both of the men. So Menomonie, here we go. We talk about response. I think that's a response that Mike Sins really wanted to see right there. And this is exactly what Menomonie needed right now if they want any chance to get back in this game. Mike Sins really just thinking about trying to go in a halftime here at a 1-score deficit. Johnson hands it off to Higbee. Higbee stretches across, and that's a touchdown for Menomonie. Quick work there by the Menomonie offense. Great answer by the Mustangs. That big play, getting it done, moving downfield, moving the sticks a long way, and then Higbee, the captain, the senior captain, fullback, punching it in. The score's now 19-13. Huskies still have the lead. And this is where these extra points that are missed, they start to come into play here, because if the Mustangs make this, all they need is a touchdown without any extra points to take the lead. So Mustangs have been perfect so far, 1 for 1, I suppose, on their extra points. So this is A.J. Zadowski. Puts that kick up and through. So the score now 19-14. Huskies still have the lead. Menomonie making some noise. You're watching high school football on Zaleski Sports.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
You're tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
Hey, Mike, I'm Sheila from Security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare plan that treats you like you.
Did it just get better in here?
Welcome back to Carson Park. 19-14 is the score here. Menomonie set up by a big, deep throw. Brady Johnson to Isaac Ellison sets up a 1st and 3 and a 3-yard touchdown run for John Higbee, the fullback. Short kick there. Looked like it kind of kicked the tee instead of the ball. Nice return here for the Huskies. They're going to be set up in great field position. Ball's going to be on the 38. That was Evan Thurston on the return for the Huskies in great field position here. Similar to what we saw from Menomonie in the last couple drives, North's going to be set up in a really good spot. So this is a back-and-forth game that I don't think many of us expected at this point in the first half. 5 drives, 5 scores. I mean, this is what we're all hoping for here at Carson Park, to have a good one right out of the gate to start the season. This is Bean up the middle. It'll be about a 5-yard gain for the Huskies. This is all you can really hope for these non-conference games, right? I mean, this game isn't going to have any effect on a conference championship or anything like that, but we did talk about the rivalry between these two teams just being past Big Rivers Conference rivals. These games are meaningful, even though they're non-conference. It's the first one, and these teams want to come out, start the season on a high note as Solberg catches it for a first down there. Solberg getting a lot of run early on in this game.
Talking about that rivalry, it's clear that the Eau Claire North players remember that loss from last year. And they've already come out and scored more points than they did in the game last year in the first half, and they're not going to want to drop this game again this year.
Yeah, absolutely. Only scored 14 points last year versus Menomonie in the whole game. They're already at 19 in this one, so it's a success if you're on the Eau Claire North side right now. But I know head coach Matt McGinnis will say the only success tonight is going to be a win. Bean going to take it up the right side. That'll be about a 3-yard gain. I think right now North's just going to try to make sure that Menomonie does not get the ball back before the end of this half, knowing that Menomonie's going to start the second half with the football. They're going to take this one slow. They're going to just try to chip away and see if they can get into range to make a play happen. Both teams with only one timeout left in this first half. Mustangs into Menomonie territory now. Been 3 wide receiver sets for much of the night for North. Pump fake for McCracken. Throws it deep. Great catch there. Is that Shipman again? I believe it is. Camera operator fell down there. Hope she's all right. She looks like she's doing okay. But Shipman, nonetheless, another big catch. Gotta love the aggressive.
Really nice downfield balls by both quarterbacks so far.
Absolutely. I was going to say you got to love the aggressive play calling from both sides. Matt McGinnis, this is some of the more aggressive play calling that I've seen out of him in his last 3 seasons here. I think last couple years he might not have had that confidence instilled. Last year he had a lot of new guys coming in trying to learn the offense, and this year, second year with a decent amount of skill players coming back and an experienced quarterback, he's got more confidence and he's going deep into the playbook. Shipman there catches another one. There's a flag on the field. Believe it's going to be a hold. So we're waiting to hear what the call is on the field officially. Refs are going to get together a little bit. This is a good time to say a quick word from Mancino's Grinder and Pizza. Mancino's Grinder and Pizza, locally owned and operated, and has been a family tradition for over 27 years. For the best hot sandwich in town, grab a grinder at Mancino's. And it's conveniently located just off of Highway 53 and Claremont Avenue in Eau Claire. So as you heard, holding penalty there on the offense. So I've counted 3 or 4 offensive penalties now that's backed up the Husky offense just a little bit, but it hasn't mattered much because they've been able to get it right back and score on every drive tonight. But obviously, if we're going to point to one thing to clean up here for Menomonie, it's going to be these penalties right now. Excuse me, for Eau Claire North. It's going to be these penalties. Huskies looking for a play call here. This play's going to be blown dead again. Saw the Menomonie coaches running down towards the line of scrimmage here. They saw something. Looks like it's going to be another North penalty. So that's back-to-back. 1st and 25 now. So now we've seen the Huskies make some deep throws already in this game and do them successfully. So, I mean, is the goal here, do you think it's to try to, just prevent Menomonie from getting the ball back, or is it to try and get these yards back very quickly here to set themselves up for, maybe even a kick to get some points on the board before the half. McCracken takes a snap, quick throw to his right side. That is caught. It's number 3, Ben Metler on the catch. That's his first catch of the game. Tackles made by Isaac Ellison. Got to give a shout out to the Menomonie crowd on the other side. They always seem to bring a big student section and a big crowd. They're only about 30 minutes down the road, and they have really shown out tonight. McCracken under pressure, tries to scramble, gets wrapped up at the legs. That's going to be a sack for Menomonie. That's Reed Sigelski. Sigelski, excuse me. Third down now, 3rd and 16 for the Huskies. So we'll see what they do here. They're going to let this clock run as long as possible, I believe. Don't give Menomonie much of a chance to come back down the field and do anything really right here. And this is out of kicking range for a high school kicker on a normal night. You know, this is very borderline for even a really good high school kicker. But they're going to throw it up to Shipman. Look like potential horse collar tackle. Some of the fans think so, but the refs are going to hold on to their flags. Looks like we're going to have a timeout here. So we're going to take one as well. You're watching high school football on Zaleski Sports.
Be part of a Marshfield tradition at Maple Fall Fest, September 14th and 15th. Start each morning with a potato or buttermilk pancake breakfast and shop over 125 handmade arts and craft vendors. Also, make sure to check out the Kids Zone, yummy food court with maple specialties, beer garden, and a comedic grilling show with TV's Mad Dog and Merrill. Don't miss the 32nd Annual Fall Fest, Saturday and Sunday, September 14th and 15th at Wildwood Park and Zoo in Marshfield. Learn more at visitmarshfield.com and follow us on Facebook.
Welcome back to Carson Park. Just over a minute left in the first half. Huskies have the lead 19-14, but they're coming back out on the field in 4th and 9 scenario. Couple penalties backed them up back-to-back to a 1st and 25, so they're chipping away here. Menomonie was the ones who took that timeout, so if they do try to come back down the field, they're not going to have any. And they're going to go for a kick here. Solberg comes from a soccer background. Snap was bobbled a little bit again, and that one is way left, so missed kick there. It was a good thought, and that's the second time that Shipman has bobbled that snap tonight on a kick. We saw it on a point after touchdown try, and that one was missed. But it's really getting those snaps down, and that's what comes with it being early on in the season. Just trying to get the fundamentals down, get those little things down, but the score is going to stay 19-14. Menomonie trailing. Huskies have the lead here. Menomonie's going to have a chance to come down and score. Potentially get a little 2-for-1 because Menomonie's going to be getting the ball back coming out of the half. This game is brought to you by Shepke Chiropractic. Whether it's water skiing, baseball, or golf, Shepke Chiropractic has got your back. For all your sports-related injuries this summer, you can rely on Shepke Chiropractic to get you back in the game. Visit us online at shepkechiropractic.com. 1st and 10 here for Menomonie. Hayden Weir swallowed up by the defense of the Huskies. So that clock's going to continue to run, and it looks like Menomonie, they're going to let that clock run. They don't have a timeout, so Mike Sins going to have him huddle up. He's going to try to think of something, but it looks like they're pretty content with letting this go to halftime, knowing they're going to get the ball back to start the third quarter. Just about 30 seconds left in this half here. 3 receivers out. They're just going to hand the ball off to DJ Butler. And that should do it for the first half here at Carson Park. As the clock ticks away, it looks like they're going to line up for a snap. I don't think they're going to actually snap it. We'll see what they do. They do actually snap it. Interesting call here. Just going to throw it deep because why not? And that one's going to fall and hit the turf. So that'll do it for the end of the first half. Huskies lead 19-14. Great game here at Carson Park. We'll see what happens in the third quarter. We're going to take a quick break before our halftime show. You're watching high school football on Zaleski Sports.
Be ready for your season with Play It Again Sports of Eau Claire. Play It Again Sports is just down the road, south of the 5393 intersection in Eau Claire. Just tell them you saw this commercial on Zaleski Sports and get $5 off any $50 order and $10 when you spend $100. Play It Again Sports, buy, sell, trade, and be ready for your season.
Welcome back to Carson Park. It is halftime here. Huskies lead 19-14. It has been a very eventful game here to start off. The Huskies came out, scored on their first 3 drives. Peyton McCracken, the quarterback, to Zach Shipman for a 6-yard touchdown on the first drive. Menomonie fumble on their first drive. Turnover that led to a Husky touchdown. That was another touchdown pass from McCracken to Shipman. A missed extra point, a couple of them in this game. That's plagued the Huskies, but Menomonie able to get back into this game just a little bit. A couple big kick returns. It was a touchdown pass that went from Brady Johnson to Isaac Ellison. That was Menomonie's first points of the game to make it 13-7. Huskies came back. Deep throw to Aaron Solberg down the field, set up a 4-yard touchdown run from Levante Bean, but another missed extra point made it 19-7 Eau Claire North. Menomonie responded with another deep throw down the field. We've seen a lot of those deep balls tonight, and that was a throw from Brady Johnson to Isaac Ellison that set up a 3-yard John Higbee touchdown run. And then on this last drive, the Huskies able to march down the field again. Couple of penalties set them back, but a missed field goal try by Aaron Solberg kept the score the same. So the Mustangs still trail the Huskies here at Carson Park by 5 points as we see the 1974 Husky team reunion on the field. Great night to be here at Carson Park, celebrate football, celebrate our alumni, and just celebrate being back into the high school prep season. So we are going to take a break here from Carson Park. When we come back, it'll be time for some third quarter action. You're watching high school football on Zaleski Sports.
Welcome back to football and welcome to week 1. It's halftime of your game. Jason Zaleski here, folks, and thank you so much for watching today's broadcast. And we'll have you back into the broadcast booth in no time as we get ready for the start of the second half. But for now, you get me, and buckle up. Here we go. Got a couple updates for you. First, I want to talk about these Thursday games that you're watching here tonight, and let's go through the schedule. If you are looking for another game to put on a different device, and that's always my recommendation to you, because, of course, we give you a whole smorgasbord of football games, 16 games on Zaleski Sports this opening week of Wisconsin high school football, and 5 of the 16 are all happening right now. So let's take you through those. As far as what the schedule is, again, my advice to you, get another device, get yourself a tablet, a laptop, a phone, go grab your neighbor's phone, take your wife's computer, what have you, put one on the big screen up in the living room, while you're sitting on the Davenport, right? You got your Kodak next to you, you got your Coke, you're all set, right? All right, here we go. It's an interesting lineup here on this Thursday night. As I said, 5 games tonight, so 10 schools, 10 football teams. And of the 10, only 2 conference winners from a year ago. So what that means to me is 8 of these 10, 80% of our lineup tonight, teams looking to be better than they were last year. You know, one of the mile markers you set out on an organized sport or even an individual sport is a conference championship, right? I want to be the best among my peers, and a conference championship is that first goal as we look at season goals. And again, 80% of these teams Did not have that last year, and with the season anew right now, that mark is still on their goal, of course, as we play here in week 1. So let's talk about the games a little bit. Menomonie and Eau Claire North, two teams without a conference championship a year ago, looking to be a little bit better this year. Teams in different conferences. We've got conference realignments all over the state this year. Eau Claire North moving from the Big Rivers to what is still being named the Wisconsin Valley Conference. I'll go through some conferences here a little bit, but and then Menomonie staying in what is titled the Big Rivers, but so without the two big Eau Claire schools, North and Memorial, both being launched over into the Wisconsin Valley Conference with Wausau West, DC Everest, Stevens Point, Wisconsin Rapids, and Marshfield. That is now the Wisconsin Valley Conference in 2024. So, both Eau Claire North and Menomonie with new conferences they'll participate in this year, and maybe new hope for a conference championship. They battle right now on ZaleskiSports.com. Marshfield and New Richmond. So I mentioned Marshfield. New Richmond remains in what is titled the Big Rivers Conference. Marshfield remains in what is titled the Wisconsin Valley Conference, but of course that Valley Conference now no longer, at least the Central Wisconsin Division I schools, no longer part of the Fox Valley Association. So the schools I mentioned before, again, Marshfield, Wisconsin Rapids, Stevens Point, DC Everest, Wausau West, join with Eau Claire North and Eau Claire Memorial. So both New Richmond and Marshfield, minus a conference championship in 2023, looking to be a little bit better as they start the season tonight. Game live on ZaleskiSports.com. River Falls and Wisconsin Rapids Lincoln. So again, there we go. River Falls stays in what's called the Big Rivers Conference. Wisconsin Rapids Lincoln stays what's called the Wisconsin Valley Conference. I went through those alignments here a couple times, so I'll stop repeating it. Both with room to grow, both looking for a conference championship in 2024. All these teams I've mentioned so far, Menomonie, Eau Claire North, New Richmond, Marshfield, River Falls, Wisconsin Rapids, Lincoln, all with respectable seasons a year ago, and room to grow, right? We had this thing, and this is kind of the coach's talk before the season began. Hey gang, returning juniors, sophomores, welcome freshmen. We had a nice season last year. We want to build on that. We're looking forward to a conference championship. So those 6 schools right there, all playing each other, non-conference football here tonight, but looking to be a little bit better than they were last year. And of course, minus those seniors that were on the teams last year. So that brings us to games 4 and 5 on our schedule tonight. Both have a conference champion from a year ago. First, we start with Rice Lake at DC Everest. Rice Lake, conference champions of the Middle Border Conference a year ago. Now they participate in the Big Rivers Conference. So they travel more south as it is. Not too far, though, most times. And so Rice Lake, a really good team. I'm going to talk about football rankings later, and I've got some information there that will make the Rice Lake fans happy. And I'm sure they already know it. They've got a really good football team coming back in 2024. DC Everest at halftime, no doubt their hands full of the Rice Lake Warriors right now. And then the other, our 5th game, another conference champion, the Stevens Point Panthers, conference champion of the Wisconsin Valley Conference in 2023, looking to repeat in 2024, but they take on the Chippewa Falls Cardinals. So Cardinals stay in what's called the Big Rivers Conference. So again, all non-conference games here tonight. And as we look across the board, right, these are all Wisconsin Valley schools, all playing now Big River schools. So a pretty fun night as far as some cross-conference rivalries going on. Let's just title it the Big Rivers and Wisconsin Valley Showdown. And I'll put some headlines out tomorrow morning on how that record went. Again, 5 games, and we'll see who comes out on top in this Wisconsin Valley Big River Showdown here tonight. So for Big River schools, welcome newcomers. For Wisconsin Valley schools, welcome newcomers. And we are going to have our load full of both of those conferences throughout the season here on Zaleski Sports. So those are the 5 games right now. You're watching one of them. Again, my advice to you, my request, my ask, my opinion, Pick another one. Pick one more. I listed all of them again. Stevens Point, Chippewa Falls, Menomonie, and Eau Claire North, New Richmond, Marshfield, River Falls, Wisconsin Rapids, Lincoln, Rice Lake, Dees Harvest. Pick another one you like. Pick one that sounds interesting and turn it on right now. We're going to take a quick commercial break. And when I come back, we're going to talk to you about our magazine. Zaleski Sports Headlines. All that coming up next.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
Halftime show continues here on Zaleski Sports. Jason Zaleski here. Hello, friends. Zaleski Sports Headlines. Here we go. This is edition 15 right here, Marshfield Area Magazine, and edition 1, Medford Area Magazine there. And you can get all your football previews for free by picking up that free weekly magazine at retail locations all around the area. Blenker, Auburndale, Hewitt, Marshfield, Stratford, Spencer, Neelsville, Greenwood, Thorpe, Withee, Abbotsford, Stetsonville, and Medford. A free weekly magazine, all color, full color, lots of pictures, high school sports, and swimming, golf, tennis, cross country, volleyball, and of course football, all in our Zaleski Sports magazine. That is free to pick up weekly at those at all those retail locations. Check Facebook at Zaleski Sports for specific retail locations. We will talk to you next. Rankings, football rankings. I'll tell you about those in just a minute.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
Zaleski Sports VIP members, they've already seen these rankings, and you can too. Just $5 a month. Go to ZaleskiSports.com, click VIP. I'm going to give you all of them right here. But if you want to see them, read them, look at them again, all found at ZaleskiSports.com, and just click VIP for that. We give you rankings, football, volleyball, special news updates, features, other fun stuff, and it's just $5 a month at ZaleskiSports.com. So let's start in Division 7 and our top 5. We'll give you a sneak preview. We'll give you the top 5. Number 5 in D7, Potosi-Cassville, followed by River Ridge, Boyceville, Blackhawk Warren, and Edgar. The returning champs start this season here at Zaleski Sports at number 1. In Division 6, Auburndale, Mondovi, Reedsville, Westby, and Grantsburg. In Division 5, Wrightstown, Kewanee, St. Mary Springs, Darlington, and back-to-back champs Stratford start this year at Division 5, ranked number 1 here on Zaleski Sports. In Division 4, Ellsworth, Columbus, Aquinas, St. Croix Central, and Lodi tops the charts in D4. Division 3, Grafton, Port Washington, Mount Horeb, Barneveld, Lux Casco, and Notre Dame Academy, number 1 in Division 4. Division 3, New Richmond, Sun Prairie East, Kaukauna, Badger, and Rice Lake. I want to talk to you about Kaukauna and Notre Dame coming up in just a minute. That's a juicy one on our Friday schedule. And I had those out of order here. Division 1, that was Division 2. Division 1, Neenah, Waunakee, Kimberly, Marquette, and the Franklin Sabres top the charts in Division 1. Those are our rankings. Again, Zaleski Sports VIP. We will quickly turn in just a couple weeks to actual seeds. We'll give you those seed previews. That is using our formula based on the WIAA seeding formula. So we no longer give opinions. In just a couple weeks, you will get stone cold hard facts on your favorite high school sporting teams. Friday games, we'll talk about those coming up.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
All right, gang, 11 games coming up on Friday. Wow. All 7 o'clock kickoffs. Again, we give you 16 total here in opening week for free. All you got to do is get to YouTube. You can watch for free with professional play-by-play, other great stuff, graphics. We give you the best that we can offer. We give it to you 16 times this opening week. Here's a schedule for Friday. Eau Claire Memorial is at Hudson. Wrightstown is at Wapaka. Stanley Boyd at Colby. New Lisbon at Neilsville Granton. Amherst at St. Mary Catholic, Auburndale at Spencer Columbus, Mosinee at Stratford. Get a first look at the two-time Division 6 state champions, now in Division 5, the Stratford Tigers. Shiocton at Iola Scandinavia. Edgar begins to defend their title, Division 7 title, at Ladysmith. Oak Creek is at Waterford, and a really good game, the juicy one, right? Kaukauna and Notre Dame. We've got Kaukauna ranked number 3. In Division 2, and then we've got Notre Dame ranked number 1 in Division 3. So 2 heavyweights going at it Friday on Zaleski Sports. Again, watch all games live. You go to right here, YouTube. You can type in Zaleski Sports. You go to ZaleskiSports.com. You can launch your game from there. Whatever suits your fancy. Social media, we've got direct links to all the games. Whatever you want, you can find the games. Just go to the place that you like most and click the game from there. So those are 11 coming tomorrow. Highlights of select games this week will be found on Facebook. You go to your favorite Facebook Zaleski Sports channel, and we give you the best 5 minutes that we found during any of these games, and we show you those highlights every weekend during the football, and then all week long once all the other sports join in, which is coming up soon. As a matter of fact, let me give you some tidbits on next week's schedule in just a bit.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
Next week, this is the week of August 26th. Volleyball is live on Zaleski Sports. We bring our volleyball girls in with our football boys, and we'll have some fun. It all starts on Tuesday, and we have got a serious lineup for you on Tuesday. As a matter of fact, I got to let the computer do the calculation for me. 24 volleyball games on Tuesday. 24 volleyball games on Tuesday. That's ridiculous. Who's going to all these games? Yeah, we are. So we got 24 for you. I'm going to save you the trouble of listing all those off. You go to ZaleskiSports.com, you click the schedule button, and you can read through them all yourself. It's pretty ridiculous. More volleyball coming on Wednesday. Pacelli is going to head to St. Mary Catholic for a quad over there. Wapaka has a quad on Wednesday, so we'll give you 6 volleyball games on Wednesday.
Welcome back to Carson Park. Halftime just wrapping up. Huskies lead 19-14 as we head into the third quarter here. Quick message from Bruce Orthodontics. Bruce Orthodontics provides comprehensive orthodontic care for patients of all ages. They're now accepting new patients at their Marshfield office and accept most insurances at Bruce Orthodontics. They're changing lives one smile at a time. Call their Marshfield office to set up a free consultation today. So this first half was very, very entertaining. Back and forth. I guess not really back and forth in terms of the score, but in terms of coming down, scoring, and then the other team answering. It was a back and forth half in that aspect. Eau Claire North scored on their first 3 drives. Menomonie came back and answered with a quick drive downfield. Huskies unable to put a field goal up at the end of the second quarter. And Menomonie, they will be the ones to receive the ball here to start this second half. Kick is up. Look for the reverse here. Hoff to Stoll. And not the reverse. He faked me out even. Here comes Hoff. They switched it up coming into the second half. And another nice return from Menomonie. Menomonie's kick returners of James Hoff and Renner Stoll trying to utilize that misdirection in their special teams, and it has worked very well for them. Eventually, you'll think that this Husky special teams unit is going to pick up on that. So, coming into the second half here, Brady Johnson, he hasn't looked as poised as McCracken has on the other side. Menomonie has been able to make a few big plays, but a couple of costly mistakes have put them behind in this game. We look back to the fumble on the first drive on the pitch play. We'll see if Johnson can really start to light it up and this offense can start to get into a true rhythm here like we've seen the Huskies do tonight. This pass is going to be handed off to Hayden Weir up the middle. Nice gain there of about 8-9 yards. So it'll be second and short for Menomonie. This Menomonie team not looking too bad to start off their season here, and they're going to need to continue to look good for the rest of the year. Mike Sins has talked about how he believes the Big Rivers Conference is the strongest since 2015. 6 of the 7 teams in the Big Rivers this year made the playoffs in 2023. The only one that did not was Superior. And, of course, we think about Rice Lake, who are now back in the BRC. They're the reigning Division III state champions, so a loaded conference that Menomonie's in this year. Pitch back to Butler. Finds some space. Easy first down. He's still up, and he's taken out of bounds. Tackle made by Jack Gorman there. Nice run from DJ Butler, the sophomore. Menomonie, 2 plays to get into plus territory. You mentioned the Big Rivers Conference. Eau Claire North not in that conference this year. Of course, we know the conference realignment has moved them along with their Eau Claire crosstown rivals of Eau Claire Memorial into the Wisconsin Valley Conference. This non-conference matchup is a traditional BRC rivalry matchup. Eau Claire North Huskies getting the best of them so far. Huskies might want to be thankful they're not in the BRC if it's shaping up to be what Mike Sins thinks it's going to be, as we see a reverse play taken out to the left side. Just near the first down. That's Brody Thornton on the carry. So Mike Sins starting to get creative here in his offense. And they are going to move the stick, so that is going to be another first down for Menomonie. So Mustangs really need to establish the momentum in this second half if they want any chance of getting back into this game. And keep in mind, the couple of missed extra points for the Huskies will put them back if the Mustangs score a touchdown here. Run up the middle. Looks like it's Higbee. Be about a 4-yard gain.
Number 24, John Higbee, the ball carrier. Tackled on the play by number 23, Elijah Edwards. Brings up second down for the Mustangs.
He's second down. Got a little bit more yards than I thought there. It's going to be second and 4. So 4 yards to go. It was a 6-yard gain. They're into the red zone now. Ball's on the 19-yard line, so Menomonie making quick work of the Huskies here. Tight formation. Looks like it's going to be a run, and it is. Fullback draw up the middle there. That's Higbee. Right on the line for the sticks, and they are going to move him. So Menomonie, another first down here. This is exactly what they needed to come out of the half. They needed to establish some momentum in this game. It was a momentum-filled first half for North up until right about when Menomonie got that second touchdown of the night. It was back and forth after that. Whoever's going to ride the wave here and get the momentum going might carry it all the way to the final seconds of this game. Excuse me. That's DJ Butler on the carry. Not much on that one.
Number 23, DJ Butler, the ball carrier. Tackled on the play by number 9, Devin Andrew.
We've been talking a lot about the right side of that offensive line.
Yep.
And it looks like coming out of the gate, they really are getting a push, and they are able to run behind those guys right now.
And that's key to establish a run game. Offensive line, they've been hit or miss tonight, but that's going to come with the first game of the season. They are opening up holes in the run game as we see this rollout to the left that we've seen from Johnson all night. And they're going to call a late hit. I was wondering if that was late. It looked like it from our vantage point. That's going to be a personal foul. Refs are going to come together and discuss this one. It looked like it was a late hit. He might have been pushed into him. It didn't look too intentional, but it was out of bounds. So see what the call is here.
All right, dead ball, personal foul, late hit out of count. Now position for the goal. Replay first down, only 51.
So that's going to put them on the 1 yard line. That was Elijah Edwards with the late hit there. Fans here right below us, Eau Claire North fans, certainly not happy, but excuse me, that's going to be 2nd and 1. Ball's on the 4 yard line. Few silly penalties by the Huskies in this one. That's something that we'll point back to. Ball's up the middle. Not much on that one. But it's going to be enough for a first down. John Higbee was the one on the carry there, the fullback. Running back by committee for the Mustangs in this one. We've seen the fullback Higbee get a lot of carries. He had the touchdown earlier. We've seen Hayden Weir get some run. DJ Butler's had some big runs in this game. James Hoff has had some big runs in this game. So nobody dominating the reps as we see Higbee push through and in. And the Mustangs have their first lead of the game. Touchdown, Menomonie.
Number 24, John Higbee on the touchdown run.
That's Higbee's 2nd touchdown of the game. He scored on the last drive for Menomonie on a 3-yard rush. So fullback, not a position that a lot of teams use nowadays, but if you have a guy that might have a little bit of size, more of a stocky downhill runner who can get north-south and plow through defenders, why not utilize him? So far, so good for Menomonie and John Higbee tonight. So Menominee's going to line up for 2. They're going to try to extend this lead to 3. And here's the rollout play action. And a successful throw from Higbee, suddenly becoming the hero in this game for Menomonie. It's 22-19 Mustangs. Menomonie has their first lead of the game. We're going to take a quick break. You're watching high school football on Zaleski Sports.
Be ready for your season with Play It Again Sports of Eau Claire. Play It Again Sports is just down the road, south of the 5393 intersection in Eau Claire. Just tell them you saw this commercial on Zaleski Sports and get $5 off any $50 order and $10 when you spend $100. Play It Again Sports, buy, sell, trade, and be ready for your season.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
Welcome back to Carson Park. Menomonie now has control of this game, 22-19, after a John Higbee touchdown and a 2-point conversion throw from Brady Johnson to John Higbee. So we'll see how the Huskies respond now with their backs against the wall. This is the first time that they have trailed in this game. Bad kick is going to roll out of bounds about the 25-yard line. So a break there for Eau Claire North, as they're going to get good field position coming out here. Quick word from Culligan. Culligan Water specializes in all of your water softener, drinking water, and water filtration systems. You can count on Culligan to keep your water pure and healthy with unparalleled service and convenient delivery options. Also a message from Fleet Farm. Fleet Farm's bucket sale is going on now. Buy a 5-gallon Fleet Farm bucket and get 15% off everything you can fit inside of the bucket. Shop the best prices guaranteed today in-store or online at fleetfarm.com. So the Huskies going to come out and try to reestablish that momentum they had in the first half on offense. They're going to start it with a handoff up the middle. Number 22 for Menomonie, Cage Sorensen, swallows him up. That's going to be a very, very short gain. And we have an injury timeout on the field. So while they treat the injured player, we're going to go to a quick break. You're watching high school football on Zaleski Sports.
You're tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
Hey, Mike, I'm Sheila from Security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare plan that treats you like you.
Did it just get better in here?
Bauer & Feind has been based in Marshfield since 1955. And if you're in business that long, you're obviously doing many things right. We always focus on selling world-class products, backing it up with world-class customer support.
Working with Bauer & Feind Business Technologies has been a pleasure. We have staff on call that we can call if we ever have issues, and the printer usability has been really easy, user-friendly.
Give us a call, visit our website. We'd be happy to come in, talk to you. Maybe there's a way we can help you save some money and work more.
Welcome back to Carson Park. Menomonie leads 22-19. Injured player there was number 7, Reed Sigelski, hopping off the field there for Menomonie, so he has come out of this contest. 2nd and 8 for the Huskies. They take it up the middle. Levante Bean, tackled by Brody Thornton there. It's going to be 3rd and 3 for the Huskies. Huskies were a good team last year in 3rd down scenarios. They've already converted a couple of them tonight. This was a key of the game that we mentioned during pregame. Can Menomonie get these stops and get the defense off the field? It's been a struggle for them all night long. North hasn't really had that great a field position on a kick return until now. But Menomonie looks like they're going to get a stop here. It's going to be really, really close. Referees spotting that ball just about on the 40. That's a pretty good spot. Pretty generous spot, in my opinion. From my vantage point, it looked like it was maybe just short, but the referees disagree. They think it was good enough. That's a Husky first down. McCracken with Bean to his left side. He's going to hand it off to Bean. Bean finds some space. That's a really strong run. He's been really running hard tonight, and it's been working okay. That's about an 8-yard gain for Levante Bean.
You know, something that Bean does really well is he always runs through contact. Even if he's not going to break the tackle, he's going to drag that defender for 1 or 2 yards, get a few extra yards in every play. He's been doing that pretty consistently throughout this game.
Showing a little bit of what Cam Olson was showing last year, that north-south running style, but Bean might be a little shiftier, can kind of get out to the edge a little bit more when he needs to. Bean proving that he is deserving of that starting running back role out of the backfield for the Huskies. McCracken takes the snap, throws, and that one's broken up by a couple of Menomonie Mustangs. Looked like Hayden Weir was in the area there. Number 5, Renner Stoll, able to break that one. A pass intended for Zach Shipman there. 3rd and 1 now for the Huskies. So they went for the big play, home run play on 2nd and short. I would expect a run play here, but we did see a 4th and 1 big play earlier from the Huskies that ended up leading to a touchdown. So you never know what head coach Matt McGinnis is going to call here. Bean lining up next to McCracken on his left hip. It's a design run for McCracken, but he's swallowed up short of the first down. Looks like that is number 55, Bryce Shepard, with the stop there.
We've seen North go to that QB power in short down situations, and Menomonie was waiting for it. They're ready for that play.
And Menomonie, they can run the ball, Eau Claire North, they can run the ball with their quarterback, with their running backs, with their wide receivers. We've seen it tonight, but eventually the defense is going to start to pick up on these things when they see the formations. And it just took about a couple quarters for Menomonie to really start to find a rhythm in this game, it feels like, as we get a late entry onto the field here. See, this is the first punt of the night that we've seen, so the special teams unit, they're still getting used to things. And somebody's going to get a timeout here because somebody's not ready out there. A couple of North players are livid out here on the sideline. And that's a delay of game. Not a timeout. It's going to be a delay of game. No score clock here, no play clock, here at Carson Park for this game, so hard to tell when that play clock is going to expire. But it went out on Eau Claire North. They're going to have to back up about 5 yards. As I mentioned, this is the first punt of the game, first punt of the season for both sides of the ball here. So that one nearly blocked. Huskies lucky that one didn't get deflected, but actually a pretty okay punt. It's going to be down at about the 24-yard line, so that's where Menomonie's going to have the ball. This game is brought to you by Century 21 Jesperson Group. Whether you're buying or selling, turn to the team at Century 21 Jesperson Group. The Jesperson Group has a pulse on the local real estate market and can help you with both existing homes and new builds and can help you through each step of the process. Search Century 21 Jesperson Group to see current listings, then step confidently into the real estate world, knowing you have the Jesperson Group by your side. They make the home buying and selling process simple, not stressful. That's what you get with Century 21 Jesperson Group. So they're saying a holding call on the receiving team is going to be enforced on the end of the kick. So that's going to back Menomonie up a little bit more, actually. So they got a break with the delay of game call, but then they're going to be backed up even just a little bit more than that. I want to give you some score updates from around the WIAA. A few games happening tonight in our area featuring some other Big Rivers Conference teams. Chippewa Falls trailing Stevens Point 7-14 at halftime. That game is in Chippewa Falls. New Richmond and Marshfield going to battle. New Richmond, they're going to play Eau Claire North next week. New Richmond trails 6-7 in the third. Rice Lake, big lead over DC Everest, 36-17 in the third. River Falls leads 28-14 over Wisconsin Rapids Lincoln to start the third quarter. Johnson rolls out, pass to Higbee. Nice tackle made there by Shipman. Shipman, two-way player out there. He's got 2 touchdowns on the night, and he's making plays on the defensive side of the ball as well. Eau Claire North player, number 99. We're getting a report from the sideline. Noah Penegar. Leg injury, will not return to this game. We saw him. He was the one who actually recovered the fumble early on in this game on the first drive. So an impact player out for North in this one on the defensive side of the ball. Higbee rushes up the middle. And that's good for a first down.
They are just feeding Higbee right now.
Absolutely.
They figured out what's working, and they are sticking with it.
I was going to say we haven't seen a lot of domination amongst the running backs with Menomonie. I mentioned it's running back by committee. We've seen Levante Bean get a lot of the run for Eau Claire North, but for Menomonie, it's been players with all different running styles. Higbee's just plowing through guys. Butler's getting out on the edge. Weir's been able to get out on the edge, and here's Butler, who does get out on the edge right on this play, right on cue. That's a first down for the Mustangs. Mike Sins has got to be pleased that he's going to have several running backs to work with. Eventually, he's going to start to figure out, as we see Butler actually down on the field here, following the run and the tackle. So with that, as they treat Butler, we're going to take a quick break. You're watching high school football on Zaleski Sports.
Yeah, and you think about all the different techniques he's got to have in his repertoire, right? All the arrows in his quiver, and he's got all of them here today.
I mean, medium well. Do you want it rare? Special orders, pickles, no pickles, ketchup, no ketchup.
You know, what we're seeing here, Paul, the spatula control is unreal.
Yeah, it's one of those deals where he's got absolutely no beef. He's just focused on doing his job. Yeah, I mean, without these cooks, everyone would just truly be fried.
Welcome back to Carson Park. DJ Butler, the running back, down on the play from Menomonie, just was helped off the field. We were just mentioning how strong this Menomonie running back group looks to be, but that is not a good sign as Butler gets helped off the field by the trainers. Higby's been the one scoring tonight, but Butler's really been the one that's been making the chunk plays, so luckily for Menomonie, they've proven that they've got a good running back room that might be able to pick up his slack if he's going to be out. So here's Hayden Weir, who's going to get the call, and he breaks free for a first down. That's about a 15-yard run for Hayden Weir, another Mustangs first down. You can feel the momentum shift flowing through everyone here at Carson Park as North came out and punched Menomonie in the mouth, and suddenly second half, this is a complete 180 flip, it feels like, as North had to punt on the last drive. Menomonie starting to move downfield here and really take a stranglehold of this game. They would really be in control if they score here on this drive. About 3 minutes left in the third quarter. Tight formation here. Play action. Johnson rolls out to his right, finds Higby open up the middle of the field on the right hash marks. Big plays. First down for Menomonie. The chunk plays are coming out. It just took Menomonie about one half to get into a rhythm here. So we're really seeing Menomonie start to thrive in these play action scenarios where we see the fullback kind of break free off of the inside of the offensive line and act like he's blocking, but find space and create chunk plays. We see Johnson roll out on those bootleg pass plays several times tonight as Higby gets the call again for a short game up the middle. Looks like Johnson's strong suit is in this play action style offense that gets spread across the field, and a lot of misdirection happening, and North just hasn't really seemed to pick up on it. Be 2nd and 7 here as Weir comes on the field to be the running back for Menomonie. Ball's on the 20-yard line, so they officially are in the red area on this play. One wide receiver way on that ball is loose. Bad snap. Huskies look like they might have fell on it. There is a flag on the play. But it came after the fumble recovery. That's number 2, Jack Gorman, waving the ball around for the Huskies. It is Eau Claire North's football. So that is the second fumble recovery of the night and second turnover for Menomonie. Second fumble recovery, I should say, by Eau Claire North. First one was in the first quarter on the first drive on the pitch play. It looked like just a bad snap there for Menomonie, and That's really not what Menomonie wanted to see. It felt like they had all the momentum in the world coming down the field there. Now they just gave it right back to Eau Claire North. So Peyton McCracken back on the field here for the Huskies. Quick throw out on the out route. Successful catch there by Zach Shipman. Runner Stoll on the tackle. This North team, they've talked about, the bond that they have this season between the upperclassmen and the lowerclassmen. And as we know at the high school level, those types of relationships have a big impact about what happens on the field, whether it's between the players, between the coaches and the players, coaches and the coaches. Everybody, they need to have a strong relationship. Players had said that in the past. There was a little bit of a divide between the classes, but this is a close-knit group, and they're showing their chemistry right now. It's Levante Bean is going to get the ball, take it over to the right side. Not much of a gain there. It's been a nice summer for Eau Claire North as well. Lots of weight room participation, and they're getting a new artificial turf practice field that's being installed, set to be ready in October. We have seen the turf is there on their campus. North looking to hopefully be able to play games on their high school grounds in the near future. But that artificial turf practice field could be very beneficial for them since their home turf here is a turf field. So we'll see how that helps them improve throughout the season. But right now, not much of the improvement on the yardage there from Levante Bean as the clock ticks away on the third quarter. That is the end of the third quarter. We'll go into the fourth quarter on fourth down for Eau Claire North. You're watching high school football on Zaleski Sports.
Welcome to Bruce Orthodontics, where we provide comprehensive orthodontic care to patients of all ages. We are now accepting new patients, and we accept most insurances.
Orthodontics is much more than just a job to me. It is my passion and my life. What separates us from other orthodontists is constant continuing education for myself and my staff, compassion, and dedication. Here at Bruce Orthodontics, we change lives one smile at a time. I'd love the opportunity to meet you and transform your smile.
Call us to set up your free consultation today.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
Welcome back to Carson Park. Start of the fourth quarter. Mustangs lead 22-19, but Mustangs just fumble the ball, turn it over to North. However, North finds themselves in a 4th and 6 scenario here. It looks like they're going to just punt it away and cede this drive over to the Mustangs. Mustangs have 2 returners back. That's been the theme all night. They like to use the misdirection off of their return game. Solberg, solid punt there. They're going to pitch it off. It's over to Hayden Weir, who's coming up the right side, has space down the right sideline, and he's taken out at about the 38-yard line. So the return game, man, I mean, that's been arguably the most impressive part of Menomonie's team tonight is what they've been able to do on special teams.
They've been doing a really good job of setting up those blocks on the outside, creating almost like a wall for that returner to get around. And North just haven't been able to respond to that yet.
Looks like we have a player down on the field for the Huskies. As they treat the player on the field, we'll give a quick word from HS Fence Company. HS Fence specializes in chain link, vinyl, wood, and ornamental fencing. They've been providing commercial and residential fencing to the people of Wisconsin for the last 18 years. Contact them today in Fall Creek or at hsfencewi.com. Another quick word from Dahlman Insurance. To cover your church, call the Dahlman Insurance Agency for a coverage analysis. Dahlman Insurance covers churches in Wisconsin with Hastings Insurance Company. Online at dahlmaninsurance.com. Dahlman Insurance. Come for the rates, stay for the service. So, Colin, talk about what your overall thoughts are on this game as the player from North. Looks like he's up and he's getting going. The player is Kenton Mondo, the big fella, 6'7", 315, big junior.
Glad to see
coming
him
off the
walking
field.
off under his power. But,
Yep.
For Menomonie, really the offense has really been humming. It's just when they've fumbled the ball these 2 times, it's really thrown their game off. They're still in the lead right now. I think if they can protect the ball, they're going to have a really good chance to come out with a win in the rest of this game.
Absolutely. I think just ball security is an emphasis of a lot of offenses. Menomonie done a poor job of that tonight, but all they need to do is hang on here for a win. Number 3 for Menomonie's James Hoff. Big hit up the middle. Not much of a gain there. So we might start getting into the territory here where Menomonie's going to try to just chip time away from the clock. I know it's early on in the 4th quarter, but with the field position that they have, they're going to want to try to give North as little possession as possible, knowing that they have the lead. Higbee up the middle, and that clock's going to continue to run. It's going to be 3rd down for Menomonie. See what they do here if they decide to switch it up and throw the ball because they can. It looks like another player is down on the field for Menomonie. And there's a player down for North as well. So the trainers are going to come out and treat players from both teams. While they do that, we're going to go to a quick break. You're watching high school football on Zaleski Sports.
Be ready for your season with Play It Again Sports of Eau Claire. Play It Again Sports is just down the road, south of the 5393 intersection in Eau Claire. Just tell them you saw this commercial on Zaleski Sports and get $5 off any $50 order and $10 when you spend $100. Play It Again Sports, buy, sell, trade, and be ready for your season.
You know, Paul, what we're looking for today first is that basic shopper, the one that's going to go for fruit that's in season right now, because those are the easy picks, the raspberry, the strawberry, the blueberry. But the experts, the one who are going to get the job done today and shine bright on a day like today, those are the ones shopping for the mangoes.
And when you think about vegetables at the grocery store, really there's a lot at stake, because at this point your next stop is the meat market. You don't want to be chicken when you go ahead and pick out your vegetables. You got to make sure you got the right pairing.
You know, when you double clutch on your list, that's when things quickly spiral out of control.
We are back here at Carson Park. Players from both Menomonie and North coming off the field. It was number 44, Michael Mendoza. For the Huskies, came off under his own power. Parker Jacobs, number 51, came off for Menomonie. As the Menomonie running back gets swallowed up here. That O-line struggling to create holes for him on this drive, and that's going to be 4th down for the Mustangs, and they're interesting territory here. We saw a field goal try from maybe about 5 yards in from here for the Huskies, but right now this is likely too far for the Menomonie kicker to be able to pull that off. So we're going to see a 4th down conversion try here from Menomonie. Crowd getting loud here. Husky fans trying to drown out the Menomonie offense.
This is
Make
one of the
it
bigger
tough on
plays
them.
we've seen this game. If North can get a stop here, that would be a huge boost in their chances to win this game.
And they're going to think more about it just a little bit. And we will think about what they're going to do while we take a break as well. You're watching high school football on Zaleski Sports.
You're tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
Hey, Mike, I'm Sheila from Security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare plan that treats you like you.
Did it just get better in here?
Welcome back to Carson Park. 4th and 3 try here for Menomonie. Colin, any thoughts on what you think Menomonie will do here to try to convert this?
You know, I'd love to see them run that play-action play and hit John Higbee in the flats again like they've been doing all game. He's been getting open, slipping right underneath that defense. I would look for that play-action play right here.
That's been their bread and butter so far in this game. I would not be surprised to see that. They're going to stack backs in the backfield here. Under center, Johnson lines up. And here it is. He called it. They're going to go deeper, though. And North's going to break it up. They went for the play-action play, but they went further down the field. A little bit more of an aggressive call there from Mike Sins.
And that was kind of surprising because it looked like Higbee might have been open. But I think Johnson saw one of his receivers open downfield and got a little too excited there. Maybe should have hit the flats for the guaranteed first down.
That was Zach Shipman who broke that one up, and that means that North's going to take over, turnover on downs here. So North suddenly trying to find some life again in this game. Quick word from Mutual of Wausau. Mutual of Wausau Insurance, protecting homes, farms, and businesses since 1875. Visit mutualofwausau.com to find an agent near you. First down for the Huskies here. McCracken hands it off to Bean. Brought a lot of pressure there from the Menomonie defense, and they're going to swallow up Levante Bean in the backfield for a loss of about a yard. That was about the loudest the crowd has been here all night on that breakup on the fourth down try for Menomonie. So these North fans starting to get into it. Not that they haven't been for most of the game, but they realize what's at stake here. If North can start off 1-0, that is something they have not done in a very long time. So they're hoping to start out their season off on the right foot here with a home win as McCracken throws it up the middle. That's caught by number 36, Tice Gorman. That's his first catch of the game. Ray Pember on the tackle there for Menomonie, the captain on this Menomonie defense. One of the key players that I had coming back. So this is 3rd and 5 now for Eau Claire North. This is a very big play call as well. We don't want to come out, if you're Eau Claire North, we don't want to come out empty-handed after that break up on the play, and Matt McGinnis is going to call a timeout, make sure his guys are situated. We'll take a quick one as well. You're watching high school football on Zaleski Sports.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call to your first sip to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
Welcome back to historic Carson Park football field. Mustangs lead 22-19. First game of the season has been a good one, and we got that feeling that it was going to come down to the wire here. We'll see if that holds true, but right now it's looking good. 3rd and 5 for Eau Claire North. 4 wide receivers. One's coming in motion. Moves into the slot. Pressure on McCracken. Throws short, and that's going to be incomplete. McCracken slow to get up there. He might have taken a big hit, it looks like. That is not what you want to see if you are a North Husky fan, player, or anybody on this side of the ball field. And he's gingerly walking off the field, McCracken is, so we'll monitor that as we go. But just as North seemed like they had the momentum back, they broke up the 4th down try by Menomonie. They're going to be forced to their own 4th down and punt again. High snap on the punt. Solberg able to get it off. And he's hit as he gets the kick off. The ball is going to roll down to about past the 15-yard line, but it looks like North is going to get a break here. Roughing the kicker penalty potentially coming. Solberg taking one for the team there. And North may just get the break that they needed right here. Waiting on the official call.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker. Automatic first down.
So that is an automatic first down for Eau Claire North. So just when we thought that North may have their backs against the wall here as Menomonie starts to chip away at that clock, they're going to get more goes at it. It's 1st and 10 now. Ball's on the 49. So North also in Menomonie territory now after a very, very costly penalty there by Menomonie. So McCracken, we just saw, came off gingerly. It looks like he's back out there, though. Maybe hurting a little bit right now, but we'll see if he's able to hold up as they're going to hand it off to Bean, give McCracken a little bit of a break here, and Bean's going to gain about 5 yards on that run.
Number 22, Levante Bean, the ball carrier. Tackled by a herd of Mustangs on the play. Brings up second down.
Second down now and 5. Ball spotted about the 44-yard line. This is big on the coaches right here, too, at this point in the game. What are they going to call to put their team in the best position to win this game as Bean comes up the middle? Looks like they're going to stay calm, cool, and collected a little bit here as Bean gets a short gain on that run. This is big on the coaches right here, as I'm saying, because the players, it's all about execution, but it really comes back to what the coaches are going to try to call here as well to put their team in the best possible spot in these crunch time situations to win this game. Huskies haven't trailed much in this game. They led all of the first half, now trail by 3. 2 extra points in there that were missed has put the Huskies back 3 points. It would be about a 1-point game if they had made those 2 extra points. There is a flag on the field here, so we're waiting on the call from the man in the white cap. And look at this, North going to keep moving downfield. That's a face mask penalty on Menomonie. So Menomonie, 2 very, very notable defensive penalties here. That could shift the complete outcome of this game. So North's going to have the ball spotted on the 28-yard line. Looks like McCracken just dropped his mouthpiece when trying to move over and signal to his wide receiver, but he picks it back up, and Bean looks like he is close to picking up the first down. Not quite. 2nd and 2 is what they're showing here. So now North officially in the red area. They have been gifted a chance to go ahead in this game here by Menomonie penalties, but that's just the name of the game. The cleaner team often wins these games. North has been the cleaner team tonight, but they trail here by 3. Not much on that run for Levante Bean. He's swallowed up by a herd of Mustangs. Quick word here from Security Financial Bank, SFB. Whether you're starting a business, buying your first home, or saving for college, SFB are the bankers who believe in you. Learn more today at sfbank.com, member FDIC. So 3rd down and 6 to go. Ball on the 24 here as the clock ticks away in the 4th quarter. We're getting down to crunch time here. We're getting down to the clutch time area of the game is what we like to call it, what I like to call it. Can Bean come through clutching at the first down? Doesn't look like it, so North's going to have a decision here. They missed a field goal try from about this far earlier, but the reason why their kicks have been a little off have been because of the snap. I don't think it's much of the fact that Solberg can't get the ball there if there was a kick try, but I think it's issues with the snap and the hold that have really plagued North in this game so far. Solberg is going to come on the field. McCracken's staying on the field, though, as well. They're looking for a call. North has 2 timeouts left. That play clock's got to be winding down and getting close. But they're going to go for it here. Aggressive play call here from Matt McGinnis. McCracken throws to his right. Pass is caught. That's going to be close. Menomonie players seem to think that Solberg was short. Solberg was the one who had the catch there. Spotted at about the 19. I'm thinking they might need a measurement to come out here. But no measurement. They're going to say that it's short. So Menomonie gets a huge stop turnover on downs. North had to be about inches, maybe a foot short of the first down right there. And that is a killer if you're the Huskies. Man, North has got to be disappointed about that one, don't you think?
Right. No, that's for sure. Menomonie gave them 2 big penalties that boosted their drive down the field. North is lucky to get in their opponent's end zone. If anything, it's a good thing that Menomonie's starting back in the field for North. But, yeah, that could have gone a lot different for North.
Still a lot of time left in this game, just under 5 minutes. Both teams have 2 timeouts, so room to work with if you're on both sides of the ball here. Johnson's going to hand it off. The Huskies swarm the running back there, and Matt McGinnis is going to take a timeout here to try to save some clock. And we are going to take a timeout as well. You're watching high school football on Zaleski Sports.
A nice controlled turn, and here comes the pontoon. What a boat.
I don't know that you can have a better activity today than the pontoon through this event. I said this is a world-class event. That was a world-class trailering of that pontoon right there.
Now we've got the green arrow, so now you got a little bit of a... Oh! U-turn! U-turn! Oh, my goodness.
U-turn? You got to be kidding me.
It's a broadcaster's dream because we're literally in the middle of a crossing pattern.
Welcome back to Carson Park. 2nd and 10 here for the Mustangs. Menomonie looking to take control of they already have control of this game, but they're hoping to put this one away here. 1 timeout left is all the Huskies have, so they burn one on the last play. As we see Ellison find space, breaks free, not quite. He's going to be taken down just shy of the 45-yard line, and that is not what the Huskies wanted to see. Huskies only have 1 timeout left. The clock's going to stop due to the first down, so that might help them a little bit, but expect Matt McGinnis to take a timeout here, likely on the next play. We'll see if they can try to salvage some clock, but, man, Menomonie suddenly, out of nowhere, they just felt the momentum shift in this game, and they really have taken control. Johnson hands it off. And that's going to be the game plan for Menomonie here as they try to whittle down this clock. Now under 4 minutes left in the game, 2nd and 10. McGinnis not using his last timeout just yet. He's going to let it run a little bit. He still has room to work with if the Huskies can force him to punt here. Second down and 7. Pitch goes back to Butler, who's back in the game after coming out injured earlier on in this one. Good to see him back in action. And it looks like that's going to be a first down. So not going the way that North wanted it to go right now. Everything going right for Menomonie. It's enough for a Mustangs first down, and they are across midfield. So ball's now on the 45-yard line. Matt McGinnis not looking too thrilled down there on the sideline. One thing that I noticed from my vantage point up here is North has a TV screen that connects to their camera on the backside of the end zone, and it hasn't been working for much of this game, so I'm not sure if that has had any effect on what they've been able to do, as John Higbee looks like he was able to cross the plane there of the sticks and get another first down. It's going to be close, but mentioned that screen not working. I've seen, the no signal sign, HDMI not connected sign on the screen that's down here facing us on the north sideline. So early season jitters maybe from North and early season technology issues. You got to love technology, and, that's just the way it goes sometimes. But maybe it's been difficult for this North team to review what they've been able to see through the camera throughout the game, and that may have had an effect on what's been able to happen. I didn't notice that in the first half, but I've seen it for much of the second half here. 1st and 10 again for Menomonie. Hand off to Higbee. Gets swallowed up there, and Matt McGinnis is going to call his final timeout. And so we will call one as well. You're watching high school football on Zaleski Sports.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
You're tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
Hey, Mike, I'm Sheila from Security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare plan that treats you like you.
Did it just get better in here?
Welcome back to historic Carson Park football field under the Thursday night lights. Menomonie leads 22-19. Menomonie stormed back in this game after trailing 19-7. And here's a deep throw from Johnson. Ellison beats his man, but just overthrown a little bit. And there's a flag down here.
I think the defender was holding quite a bit and stopped him from getting to that ball.
And Matt McGinnis is livid, yelling at the referee. He knows how much this game means. He is lighting them up right now. Haven't seen Coach McGinnis get that fired up in quite a while, and his assistant coach trying to tell him to console him a little bit. Trying to tell him to calm down a little bit. Doesn't want to get anything further on sportsmanlike conduct. After the penalty, Mustangs will have a first down. Unlike the NFL, those types of plays get only a yardage penalty and not a spot of the ball, not a spot of the, I'm trying to get the words out here, not a spot of the penalty, I guess that's the way to say it. But what Menomonie's going to do here is just take a knee. About 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter and in the game. Got to give credit to Menomonie here. Scored 15 unanswered points after going down 19-7 in this game. Came storming back. They were able to score coming out of going into halftime on a John Higbee 3-yard touchdown run. John Higbee scored again to take the lead 22-19. And it's been Menomonie's lead ever since. North unable to score any points in the second half. And that's what it's all about, right, in football. All you got to do is play a complete game. North played a very, very strong first half, but it's a tale of two halves here in the game of football. Menomonie was the better team in the second half, Menomonie will obviously look to play a better half in the first half next week when they play their next opponent, which will be Marshfield next Thursday on August 29th. Eau Claire North next week, they're going to be at New Richmond. We're going to be at that game as well. Looking forward to seeing how North responds from this loss. New Richmond was a really, really good team last year. One of the powerhouses in the Big Rivers right now. But again, that's a non-conference game, so Eau Claire North going to be at New Richmond next Thursday as Menomonie takes another knee. It's now 4th and 12. This clock's going to be running down very close to where we need it to be to put this game away. Very impressive performance from Menomonie coming out in the second half. Brady Johnson looked much more composed there. And John Higbee was really the stud of this game. 2 touchdown runs, getting some run at running back on those fullback draws. North-south runner. He's really stepped in nicely in this running back by committee and taken charge as the Menomonie student section lights up their flashlights and waves goodbye to the North crowd. This game is now final. Final score, Mustangs 22, Huskies 19. Menomonie starts off the season 1-0. North falls at home to kick off the 2024 campaign. We are going to send it to a commercial break as the players meet for the handshake line at midfield. When we come back, we're going to have our post-game show sponsored by Chippewa Valley Orthopedic. We'll have post-game interviews from the Menomonie Mustangs. You are watching high school football on Zaleski Sports.
Hip impingement and hip labral tears are common causes of hip and groin pain and are often the result of repetitive use from crouching sports or trauma. Today, we are visiting Eau Claire, Wisconsin. Dr. Carlson, a partner with Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, is in the forefront of using a newer procedure called hip arthroscopy, which allows minimally invasive access to a joint and treatments to problems never addressed before. Using hip arthroscopy, Dr. Carlson is able to repair tissue without dislocating the hip and without replacing it.
Hip arthroscopy is where a surgeon takes a camera on the end of a long wand, which we call a scope, and through a small poke hole incision in your skin, delivers that scope into a joint. In this particular case, we're talking about hip arthroscopy, where that scope would be put in the hip joint. The hip joint first has to be dislocated or the ball and socket pulled apart. When that's pulled apart, we can access the joint and look around and do the work we're talking about doing. Once inside the joint, through other portals, we call them, those poke holes that we use to access the joint, we can use other instruments, again on the end of a long wand, to perform the work inside the joint. Things like repairing the cartilage rim of the socket, called a labrum, fixing cartilage defects or problems on the head of the ball or the lining of the socket, repairing tissue around the hip, such as ligaments or a capsule, repairing tendons that attach to the hip, or releasing them if need be, depending on the particular problem.
Dr. Carlson's goal is to eliminate the segment of untreated patients or patients with delayed treatment who have curable hip pathology, educating potential patients and their providers that these symptoms are not things they need to live with, or that they are not from their back or groin pulls or early arthritis. Few orthopedic surgeons are operating on hips through a scope because it is a newer and technically difficult surgery. Therefore, certain diagnoses may be missed by physicians not familiar with these newer treatment options.
Patients I see with hip joint pain that can be fixed and not just replaced can range from their mid-teens or younger teens to 50, 60 years old. In the past, patients who had labral tears in their hip were told that they may have some pre-arthritis or an early arthritic problem. They may be told that they were just prone to frequent groin pulls in the sport of their choice. And taking some time away from their sport, they may sometimes be able to return to the sport with just continued pain. And fortunately now, with our knowledge of the concept of labral tears and our ability to treat that problem, we can take people who are otherwise just waiting 20 years to undergo a hip replacement, or just feeling that they can't ever participate in that activity because they'll just keep getting groin pulls. We can take that person, we can make them better, we can fix their problem, we can bring them back to their sport, allow them to continue to develop as an athlete or as a worker or whatever particular activity they're trying to do where that hip was affecting them.
Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine has been committed to the healthcare needs of patients in western Wisconsin for over 45 years. Their success and reputation as an outstanding orthopedic clinic can be attributed to the teamwork of their friendly, knowledgeable physicians and staff.
Here at Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, we have 12 partners, orthopedics, neurosurgery, non-operative spine, and foot and ankle. We really pride ourselves in listening closely to the patients and hearing what they're saying, spending a lot of time engaging in the conversation of what is really bothering that person.
After meeting with the patient, Dr. Carlson determined that his difficulties had all been related to painful hip impingement.
It was incredibly important for me to meet with a doctor that understood sports and athletics and kind of just how I wanted to continue that lifestyle instead of just kind of shutting it down. So meeting with someone like Dr. Carlson was incredibly important to me because he understood how I still wanted to be active after a surgery and still wanted to maintain my daily lifestyle.
While visiting with Dr. Carlson, we learned that he grew up skiing and continues to ski competitively across the country and also enjoys hunting, fishing, and hiking. He is passionate that his patients' goals are his goals. Whether it is getting them back to playing with their kids, working aggressively, or competing in sports, his patients are more active and enjoy their lives.
When I see those people so happy with themselves, so happy with their decision to have this fixed or to go through this process, as scary as it sometimes is, if you don't know what's on the other side, it's so satisfying for me.
Be ready for your season with Play It Again Sports of Eau Claire. Play It Again Sports is just down the road, south of the 5393 intersection in Eau Claire. Just tell them you saw this commercial on Zaleski Sports and get $5 off any $50 order and $10 when you spend $100. Play It Again Sports, buy, sell, trade, and be ready for your season.
You're tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
Hey, Mike, I'm Sheila from Security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare plan that treats you like you.
Did it just get better in here?
As Menomonie breaks down at the end of their game and talks about their victory and what to improve on and what they can do better for next time, I'm going to read off some of our scores of some of the surrounding games. In the Battle of Rice Lake and DC Everest, Rice Lake overcame it and scored 44 points. DC Everest scored 17. River Falls scored 44 points, got the win over Wisconsin Rapids, who scored 21. Stevens Point lost to Chippewa Falls. Stevens Point scored 21, and Chippewa Falls scored 36. And New Richmond and Marshfield had a really close game, very low-scoring game. New Richmond won 7, and Marshfield scored 6. When we come back, we're going to have our post-game interview with the players. So we'll see you in a few minutes.
Bauer & Feind has been based in Marshfield since 1955. And if you're in business that long, you're obviously doing many things right. We always focus on selling world-class products, backing it up with world-class customer support.
Working with Bauer & Feind Business Technologies has been a pleasure. We have staff on call that we can call if we ever have issues, and the printer usability has been really easy, user-friendly.
Give us a call, visit our website. We'd be happy to come in, talk to you. Maybe there's a way we can help you save some money and work more efficiently.
Yeah, and you think about all the different techniques he's got to have in his repertoire, right? All the arrows in his quiver, and he's got all of them here today.
I mean, medium well. Do you want it rare? Special orders, pickles, no pickles, ketchup, no ketchup.
You know, what we're seeing here, Paul, the spatula control is unreal.
Yeah, it's one of those deals where he's got absolutely no beef. He's just focused on doing his job. Yeah, I mean, without these cooks, everyone would just truly be fried.
All right. Mustangs head coach Mike Sins. Coach, 15 unanswered points. Momentum shift there to get back in this one.
Well, we kind of settled down a little bit. We didn't start off very well at all. We didn't play really great tonight. We had 2 fumbles. We had a face mask that led to a first down. We had running into the kicker, first down. So we did not play well. But I love how our kids responded when we got down 13-0, and they really dug down deep, because 2 years ago we were here and I think we were down 13-0 and we got beat. So again, I love our fight from our kids, and we played a lot of young kids tonight. So it was a good experience for us. Again, anytime you can get a win on the road against a rival, and you don't feel like you played a great game, that's a good thing. And credit to North, their kids were super physical up front, and very well coached.
Yeah. Is that just a product of it being the first game? Is all the things that you said contributed to not playing well?
Yeah, our 2 fumbles were just on. We just dropped a sweep, and then we, mishandled just a snap. Our center quarterback exchange. So, you can't shoot yourself in the foot and expect to win. And we won tonight. And again, like I said, we're gonna have a great week of practice, and we're gonna get after it. And we play Marshfield at home on Thursday night.
Just how good is it to start off on the right foot like this?
Yeah, again, that's anytime you're 1-0. I just told our guys, when you feel like you could have played a lot better, and to go on the road and get, we'll take that any day. It's better to learn from a win like that than lose. So our guys will be hungry this upcoming week, and we'll get after it.
All right, appreciate it, Coach. Nice win. Thank you. All right, that'll do it from us here at Carson Park. Menomonie coming in to Eau Claire North's house and getting the victory 22-19, a great way to kick off the WIAA prep football season. It's been a lot of fun. Can't wait to continue rocking these games with you throughout the rest of the school year here. For Colin McLowry, I'm Evan Hong. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next week.